Hello, hello. How are we doing? Welcome to Divinity 2. The game which we are playing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going to shut up. I'm just going to continue. I've lost all ability to talk, it turns out. Hi, how are we? Hello there, Leo. Oh, welcome to Divinity 2. Heading into the Blackpits. Yeah, before we go in, I'm going to do a little review on like all of my button things because I need to make sure these are actually in line. As a quick reminder, if you want to add stuff to these lists, there are commands that you in chat can do because I won't remember shit. So if you want to add stuff, exclamation mark those commands. If you don't know what they are, ask me or a mod. Hello, Rel. You're watching Pokemon. Geodude turned up, and just as that happened, you said hello there. That messed you up. Oh my god, it's Geodude! Hello! God, I can imagine that would mess me up as well. Like, oh god, is this like a dodgy dub or what? Anyway, lovely to see you, Rel. Buy list. There's nothing really on the buy list. I don't really think there's much I needed to buy. How's my level up list looking? Attack of opportunity for people. Yeah. Lawmaster, Thievery, Persuasion of 5. The attack of opportunity ones. That's really interesting because we've had that on for ages and we've just not been having a level up that lets us do it. I don't know what level people pick that up at. I don't know what level you get to put another feat on. That's really quite odd. I might have to look further. If it goes on much longer, I might have to actually Google it. You recognise my voice a split second later. You never know, I could be voicing Geodude in the latest Pokemon. Hey up lads, it's me, Geodude, Rock Slide. Like that. That's my audition for Geodude. Lawmaster, Thievery and Persuasion, those are all. Weirdly, there's nothing on there like stat-wise. I probably should put in some like stat-based things. I might have to see what people are lacking in. Because I want to try and maybe base what I'm like what stat points I put into them on where they're lacking, which I suppose means I need to try and think how I want to play them. Like that's the eternal thing. I don't know if other people go through this when you're playing RPGs. It's, do you stat people to the way you want to play them, or do you play them to the way that plays to their stats? Some would probably argue you're supposed to play them to the way that like plays to their stats, but what if I don't want to? Right. Last time we won a battle against a bunch of arseholes. Here they are. We killed them all, so now we're going to go find out what they were doing here in the Blackpits. How dare they? Oh dear. Oh. These people are dead, apparently. Well, one person's dead and the rest of them are tied up. Hello. What's happened here then? I'm gonna check. He's not got anything on him. What's happening?
Can you untie me? Please.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Her tear-stained cheeks quiver.
You stat them to the way they play and the items you acquire for them, by which you mean you force them to take items to build around that. Fuck being normal. That's fair. That's fair. Because like there are obviously ways people are meant to be played. Like going into this, the Red Prince is a tank, or at least like because they asked, "Oh, what do you want me to be?" and I went with his normal one, which is a tank. So he is a tank. So I could try and spec him over into magic and probably get a semi-decent, semi-shit magic user out of him. So there's obviously some way you have to play them, but yeah, it's I guess it's just trying to be Red Prince. Does he know the Blue Prince? No, but I hear he was sleeping with the Yellow Prince, so who knows. I need to play Blue Prince. I really need to play Blue Prince. I will do eventually. Yeah, so I guess I need to try and stay cognizant of where people are falling down. Like, oh, Losa keeps going down. She needs more health, which is Constitution. Or, oh, the Red Prince is staying up, but he's not doing much damage. He needs more strength. You know, that kind of thing. So...
It's like a bad nightmare. Except you never wake up.
Okay.
The young man grunts as he fruitlessly tries.
Thanks.
He looks to his slain brother's body, his eyes well with tears, though none break free.
We didn't deserve
Love me
this.
to play
We didn't deserve any of
Blueprints, but
this.
you've yet to play it properly yet. To be honest, I probably wouldn't play Blueprints on stream. Like, it feels like I probably could have a good time of it on stream, but it also does feel like the kind of thing that I would personally get more out of, like, playing it in my own time, if that makes sense. Like, especially if I just got to, like, sit with my wife and go through, like, theories and stuff with her. That would be a hell of a good time. Plus, I did float the idea of me playing Blueprints on stream to people in the past, and there was a resounding I'd probably prefer if you didn't from certain areas. So and I listen to my community occasionally, so right, what are we doing here? Would recommend you play it with others who haven't played it. Be incredible to play. Yeah, play it with Beetle. Yeah, started Blueprints and need to go back. I need to sit down with like a thing. Yes, a thing. I need to sit down with like a notepad and go through it. Well, that's rude. Do you know, it could be rude, but also I do kind of appreciate just like the bluntness of, actually, my opinion is, maybe don't. You know, like there's definitely, and like this is a thing that I wrestle with occasionally. There's definitely, like, yeah, I'll play offline and treat myself, exactly that. Yeah, there's definitely like things I'm good at and things I'm not good at, and that's why I like, especially on stream, that's why I do appreciate like people giving me feedback on things like, Sam, I know you're loving this, but it's not really going well, that kind of thing. Or, I can tell you love this, it's boring to watch. So, and people are generally quite good at doing that, but anyway, I don't know why we're getting into this. Ugh. But yeah, I will go through it at some point. I know Paul played it. I ignored all of Paul's playthrough of it, because I was like, I want to go into this completely unspoiled. He got lurks. He got the lurk from me, but other than that, nah. Nah, have fun, Paul. And to be fair, I think I said, Paul, I'm not going to be watching this. You just have fun. You also ignored Paul's playthrough, yeah. I think it's because it is the kind of game where you really, like, if you want to play it, you have to go into it completely unspoiled. Because Paul has said, like, Paul has even said, and like, actually not just Paul, a load of people have basically said, it's the kind of game where you can't really play it twice. Because once you know the thing, like, the secrets, they're just there from the beginning. Thievery level too low. Like, once you know the secrets, yeah, it's like Outer Wilds in that way. Yeah. And that's really cool. Like, I could never... And I really wish I could play Outer Wilds again. But, like, I know the secrets now, so it wouldn't quite be the same.
Come out, sorcerer. No harm will come to
They
you.
don't pay
Hello.
me to talk.
Okay.
Move along before you find...
What are we doing here? Why are we throwing
He
firebombs?
drapes one hand on the hilt of his short sword and gives you a tired look. A look that says...
Try me.
He gives you a blank look. Then he raises his hands as if holding a crossbow, points it at you, and pulls the trigger. A mirthless smile spreads across his face. but it does not reach his eyes. He turns towards you. Then he breathes deeply through his nose, his tongue extended, as if he were tasting the air.
Since when does rape hire mercenaries?
Question aside with authority in your voice. What's going on?
The sorcerer is trapped in the cellar beneath the house. He's dropped one magister, but he won't drop another. We don't need him.
Does anyone else get stabbed when uninstalling games knowing you probably won't reinstall play again, like the end of an era? I feel like I do, but not in the way you're talking about. Like, the way you say never play again. Like, are we talking multiplayer games, or... Because I don't get it for multiplayer games. I just, like, I don't have that kind of attachment to multiplayer games. Single player games I absolutely do, but that's usually in with, like, the whole... I've played this game. Oh, I finished this game now. Wow. That's, like, I put so much of my... Like, I finished Cyberpunk recently. I finished Cyberpunk 2077 over the weekend after spending ages in it. And it feels really, like, melancholy to be done with it now, because I really enjoyed that game. It was really fun, and, like, I don't get to live in that world anymore. I don't get to live in that world I was spending time in. Love it when you can nerd talk. You just came in house talk with Waters, and they are such lovely people. Oh, nice, nice. Usually when they come to see us, they're just trying to sell us shit, and I just have to, like, take them with a pinch of salt. So I'm glad you had a good... Then again, I'm just really not into talking to people, so I'm like, why do I want to talk to these people? Can you talk to them? Oh, okay. No, I guess I've got to do it because I'm in charge. Anyway. Oh. Yeah. But no, there are some games I can just not play again, but there's also some... Like, I get melancholy for ending a game. I get melancholy for ending a game. Like a game I've spent a lot of time in. Eras of my life, if that makes sense. Source traps. No, the dead magister was killed with a bladed weapon, not with source magic. Oh, showing White Magister Raymond's papers of authority, tell him I'm taking over.
Papers say you're an inquisitor. You don't look like an inquisitor. You don't smell like an inquisitor.
I'm working undercover and you risk blowing the important... Shut your mouth, I'm in charge now. Oh god, none of these are really good for me. The sales talk for sure, but you like seeing what the latest and greatest they have are and throw them in your questions how they can make your instruments answer your questions. Yeah, the advantage being academia, not industry. Yeah, we just get the talks on this column's really good. Oh, do you want to separate your peaks better? You should buy this HPLC. We got a new UPLC. It does. It does, and then lists off a bunch of things we don't need. And it's like, ooh, that sounds really cool. However, we would never use it. Because everything is so, like, SOP'd and validated that you can't not do what's in there without revalidating, and no one's spending the money to revalidate. Half the graduate students instead specialise in breaking and modifying LCMS systems. Yeah, like, that's what I used to do. I used to love taking them apart. I'm not allowed anymore because, you know, as the aforementioned, they're validated in a state. If you change the state, you break the validation. Yeah. Try separating your peaks better and you got a written warning. Well, that's because you weren't following the SOP, clearly, Demper. Shut your mouth, I'm in charge now.
Fine. The job's all yours. Of course, first you'll have to put the fire out, at least so you can reach the cellar hatch. Stand back, lads. The merc here is going to show us how it's done. She's going to bring the sorcerer out unarmed. Because between you and me, if he comes out here armed, we'll kill him on the spot.
Shouldn't have done it at the farmer's market. That's not the approved lab environment. You should know this.
The thought occurs. The Magisters have strayed from the path of Lucian.
Nothing like a zealot to get the message wrong. Sometimes I think the people who make the most ruckus are the ones who don't get it
The louder
deep
people
down.
shout in a god's name, the duller becomes their understanding of its message. Lucian would
Getting
be
in touch
appalled.
with your region's waters chemist is the nice lazy day rule biochem. Ah, okay, that's nice. Yeah, I guess we tend to get... we get the sale, like the specific, like, instrument or consumable sales people. Like, I don't tend to get to talk to scientists. Like, they are scientists, obviously, they know what they're talking about, but like, they're not working in science, they're working in, like, they're the people I contact when I'm like, I've got this chemical, I'm trying to separate things, can you, like, recommend what we do? And they're like, yeah, hang on, we're the tech team, we'll talk you through, okay, yeah, this chemical's got these functional groups, so we think you should use this kind of solid phase with this mobile phase, blah blah blah. And like, like, that's just like, okay, cool, but that's like not the area of chemistry that I'm really interested in. It's just the one I have to deal with. I'm more interested in, like, physical chemistry and rotation of molecules and all that kind of stuff. And sadly, I have to also sometimes deal with organic chem, which is, as far as I'm concerned, invented by the devil to annoy me. But here we are.
Were they ever on?
That's what happens when you give any few people too much power. Goes straight to their heads, and it's the
I
common folk who pay the
100%
price.
get people understanding. Like, organic chem just doesn't mesh with my brain. Like, when I did organic chem in university, I got through it, but I just couldn't. I didn't mesh with it the way I did with the other forms of chemistry. It was all of the equations and the remembering how reactions work and all that kind of stuff. It just doesn't. Like, my brain is just, it switches off, and I entirely respect people who love it, and I know there are people who are really good at it and really love it, and I can understand how it would be good. But it's like, I'm like, it doesn't interest me. I look at it and I go, okay, cool. This is very cool. I don't want to understand. I know I know it works. I know sort of how it works. I don't need to understand all of these fundamentals as long as it works. Whereas if you want to get me talking about physical chemistry and bond angles and sort of rotating molecules to make them fit, you know, I did my dissertation for my graduate degree was in putting molecules onto a benzene ring bond to put it at an exact angle so it fit with a receptor in the body. So putting the right things on so that the bond angles would be correct to fit the receptor. That kind of stuff fascinates me. Like, going in and, like, fucking with them. And being like, I want this chemical to be this shape. I want this molecule to be this shape. What do I add to it? Let's put a hydrogen here. Let's put a chlorine bond here. Let's there we go. Oh, I've got exactly 41.6 degree angle. That kind of stuff. That's what I like. And then they made me learn the Nernst equation in organic chemistry, and my brain went, I don't want to. I learnt it. I could, like, I can't anymore, but back in university, I could have rattled off the Nernst equation to you. Can I tell you what the Nernst equation does? No. Do I care? Also no. And that's just how organic chemistry was for me. I got through it. Anyway. You'd rather mechanisms than all the equations you need for PChem. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know how to move your protons and electrons, that means that OChem is easy. Yeah, like, I get that side of it. It just, I don't know. I don't know whether it was the teaching. It just, I didn't get on with it. I didn't get on with, like, I much preferred inorganic chemistry. Nernst is electrochem. See, this is how much I don't know. All I know is they taught it to us in OChem. They, like, the guy who was teaching us OChem taught us the Nernst equation and told us to learn it. I mean, but this is probably, actually, to be fair, the way that everything crosses over so much. Like, it's all chemistry. We've just put in some arbitrary lines on this is inorganic, this is organic, this is physical. It's all the same thing. It's all maths and physics. But anyway. But yeah, like, as I say, I couldn't tell you what. To be fair, I don't think we did. I think electrochemistry was, like, lumped in with our organic chemistry. We didn't do it specifically. We did organic chemistry, and they taught us how to do electrochem on organic chemistry reactions. So, but that's just down how they teach. PChem professor at your graduate school did nothing but electrochem research. Really? That's interesting. Like, I think this is the thing, is it's just the crossover. Like, I mean, we're going to get into a whole other thing that I don't understand the separation of things into different areas. Like, I do to a degree, but also, why are we, like, especially, it used to piss me off so much when people were like, I do this form of chemistry, so I'm better than you who does this form of chemistry. I was like, you're all moving atoms around and mixing colourless liquids. Shut up.
Go on, we're all watching.
Right. Let's make it rain blood. Hallelujah. Let's go check into this. Always the demented love child that's biochemistry that no one could define except to say it exists. Yes. Yes, that's the one that they wouldn't let me... they wouldn't let me get a job in the NHS phlebotomy service because I didn't have biochem. And I was like, okay, but I am just going to be doing chemistry, right? Yeah, but you didn't do biochem. I was like, well... is it that different? And at that point, they just stopped talking to me. I think maybe I insulted them.
The man brandishes a sword, ready to fight. A curious weapon, simple but weighty. It seems out of place in the hands of a simple worker, if that's what he is. You have your doubts, for the sword exudes an evil power.
Back, Magister, or I'll cut your...
How'd you get my
guts from
10
rivers
chem
like
degree
the
without
last
at least
fella.
biochem 1? Not a thing.
Whoa! Thanks for that sub!
Biochem, they don't separate our degrees like that. Like, it's the weird, like, we've discussed this before. Our degrees aren't separated like that. You go to learn chemistry, and they have a set number of things that you do. So we did bit of inorganic, bit of organic, bit of physical, done. Paul, thank you very much for the 65 months. Please enjoy your ad-free viewing, your support of the streamer, and there are other things. Emotes, you get those. Other stuff. But yeah, we didn't touch biochemistry because it wasn't one of the things the university deemed necessary. And like they didn't separate out, like, you know, when people talk about so like that, when I'm going to say Americans or like people on that side of the pond talk about like bio 1, biochem 1 and 2, pchem 1 and 2, inorganic, ochem 1, 2, 3, those aren't things. They don't separate out our courses like that. It's literally just like they were named modules. So we did introduction to physical chemistry, introduction to inorganic chemistry, introduction to organic chemistry. Then we did electrochemistry, we did environmental chemistry, and they were all like named modules like that, rather than what seems to be like a numbering system that goes on in US universities. So I yeah, I don't know. Ugh. I'm no magister and you're in deep, you know what.
That. They think I'm a sorcerer. They're wrong.
You can unarmed, they won't harm you.
Let me tell you something. I fought.
Also,
with
yes,
my
maybe
blade.
I just accidentally
I took this
pressed
weapon from a
shield
black
mode.
Wing Scout. I
Nobody
killed it
noticed.
with my own bare hands. Then I came
At
home
least
to
I know that
what
one
and what I
works.
did. And what
That
was
was
my
just a brain
reward?
fart on my part. You did? Yeah. That was a brain fart on my part. It's there for easy access. I think that's the only time I've ever accidentally pressed that, so I'm letting myself off. But yeah, it was a brain fart. I went and pressed the red button. Yours and aim 2, just use the general term of 100 for first level, 200 second level. Can only pass if you take 100 level, etc. Okay. Yeah, see, that is not true for us. I could fail my introduction, but then go and pass a later module. Like, they wouldn't. All of the scores get added together, and if you cross the threshold, you have your degree. Yeah, OChem 3 is like technically advanced organic synthesis. So I could fail introduction, and then they're prerequisites for each level. Yeah, so again, like, not how it works for us. You just had to pass each year, which meant you had to have a certain number of points for the year. So you could fail a module, but as long as you passed the other ones, you could go on. It was basically down to the fact, like, the way I heard it explained when we were in university was like, one of the lecturers was like, why would we want to fail someone who's no good at organic chemistry, but an absolute whiz at inorganic chemistry? If that's what they're good at, then it's pointless failing them for something they don't enjoy. Or it was more eloquent than that. But yeah, that was the system that they went by. It's like, well, okay, organic chemistry doesn't gel with you, but you're really good at the rest. Why are we going to penalise you for that one when you're an absolute whiz kid at this? So as long as you showed an understanding of some area of the subject, you could move on. But then again, we only focus purely on that subject, whereas I know in the US you can do minors in other things and everything. No, we go purely for chemistry, and I couldn't do any course other than chemistry courses. So if I got a D in my first year, that meant I had a D level comprehension of chemistry, as opposed to I might have, you know, an F level in chemistry, but I happen to be really good at journalism, you know. And I use that to drag myself through to the next year.
This is my reward. My house burned down. My neighbors killed, and by magisters, one of whom I killed. And you would have me go out there unarmed.
It's weird that our chemistry isn't split, but our art is. Like, your brother has a Bachelor of Arts in illustration. It's like, do you know what? They probably, like, it goes the other way as well, though, because, like, they probably are maybe some places that specialise like that. Like, I just got a general chemistry degree, and then I got an MSc, got a master's in analytical chemistry, so specifically into an area of chemistry. But, like, when I was looking at this, and, like, I looked, and some places did, like, forensic chemistry. Like, that was a thing. You could just do forensic chemistry, which I looked at. But then I looked at, like, I didn't go and see there, but I looked at the courses that were offered by places like Oxford and Cambridge University, and they didn't do a chemistry degree. They only did a natural science degree, where you had to learn chemistry, biology, and physics all in one module. You weren't allowed to do them individually. You had to do all of them. You had to do natural sciences. which immediately made me go, no. Well, no, exactly, yeah, Oxbridge is its own weird world and doesn't count, but, like, I immediately went, no, I've got zero interest in biology, and at the time I had zero interest in physics. That has changed. I put that very much down to bad physics teachers in, like, high school. I put it down to that they taught physics badly, and so I thought it was boring. I now know different. But yeah, I was like, well, I don't want to go do a degree that has, like... You guys don't run with liberal arts requirements, you see. To be fair, some US schools do not use those either. Liberal arts is when every incoming student has to take an English course, a maths course, a science course. Yeah, I've heard this before. Yeah, we don't run that at all. We don't do that at all. You could do extra modules, and I did optional extra modules in journalism and ocean science, but they didn't count towards my degree. It makes us more well-rounded. Yeah, like, I sort of get that. And, like, to be fair, there were some people who did have to do, like, extra maths and English and stuff, but that was only if they hadn't already qualified at a high enough level in those prior to going. Like, I had a high grade GCSE from high school in English and maths, so I didn't have to redo English and maths at university, but I know a couple of people who got low grades in, like, English and maths, but high grades in science, were accepted to do chemistry, but had to do extra modules in English and maths to bring them up, like, on paper to a level that was deemed suitable. Also forces students to do other courses to realise their talents don't lie in the areas they originally targeted. Yeah, see, I would like that, because I've been entirely honest in the past that I don't know if I would go and do chemistry now, making the decision as an adult. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it, I'm not saying I don't like it, but is it what I would have chosen for myself? Maybe not. But that's just down to the ludicrous time they ask us to make the decision in the UK. They ask us to make the decision, like, at the start of our final year, at which point I had no idea what grades... I didn't get my highest grade during college. That's UK college, which is the one before university. That's, like, age... 16, 17, 18. I didn't get my highest grade in chemistry. I did chemistry, but I got my highest grade in law. And I didn't know that I was good at law, so I didn't choose to do law. But actually, I found out that I quite enjoyed law and I was quite good at it. Would I, if I'd have been allowed to make my decision after doing that, would I have gone, I want to do law? Yeah. It's weird how UK and US have such different views, because US use their college to round you out with a push towards a specific direction. Whereas, yeah, UK uses university to specialise only. You can keep going as undeclared major until your third year. Yeah, like, it's such a different approach. Because, yeah, as Moss says, it's... The US, like, rounds people out with a degree. Whereas the UK is very much, right... What do you want to be a specialist in? And then it's like, right, okay, you're going to be a specialist in this. And, like, it doesn't lock you out of things, because a lot of jobs will just be, you have to have a degree level, but they don't care in what. But then, like, obviously to do, like, go work in science, you have to have a degree in a science. That kind of thing. But they make you specialize. They make you specialize that at 17, which is a ridiculous time to ask what is still a child what they want to do with the rest of their life. But psh. That's exactly fair, Moss. And I know a couple of people who did the same. And honestly, if I'd have known it was an option at the time, again, I don't know whether I would have waited. I very much feel like the idea that I had to go to university was pushed on me by a lot of the teaching people. It's like, because you're clever, you're going to go to university. I was like, okay, cool. So you have to decide what you want to do with the rest of your life. I was like, oh, okay. And like at no point was the idea sold to me that I would be allowed to like take a year off and think about it, which arguably I think would have served me better, because they were making me make the decisions while I was doing my courses, while I was doing my exams. But there's no point complaining about that now. There's nothing I can do. And I make of my life what I want. I am an adult, and I have over like 2/3 of my life left. If I really hate things, I can switch them up. And I keep telling myself that, and I keep trying to live by it. Oh. What you heard, switching trades isn't any easier than getting a second degree. Fair. Yeah, I still do occasionally think about doing a second degree, but I just cannot afford it. Because I wouldn't get a loan this time around. I'd have to completely self-fund it. And I just don't have that money. Hey! Exclamation mark Kofi! Fund my next degree. We only need, like... 30, 40 grand? So I can do all of my years? Right. Oh. Yes. Tell him gods will, like, protect him or something. Oh no.
The gods can keep their powers for all the good it's done them. I'll keep my sword for all the good it's done me, and I'll take your weapon too, if it's available. What do you say? Can I count on your help? Lead
Follow
on.
me outside. Right, let's do this fucking fight. Open university?
Stand back there.
With what? Yeah, it is with what time. Also, I don't know how to, does that work differently? I don't know how that. I've never looked at Open University properly.
My, you did it, Merc. You brought us the sorcerer, and oh, does he stink?
I ain't no sorcerer.
Time to die, sorcerer.
But you said...
It doesn't matter what he said. I am your...
Open University's home studying occasion. Yeah, okay, but does it not cost the same? Is what I mean. Like, the problem is the cost for me. The fact that I do not have the money to pay for that. And they will not give me a degree. They will not give me a loan, I mean. I looked into this, they'll only give me a loan for my first degree. After that I have to self-fund, which sounds like bullshit. But it's a lot less, as it's not lectures and... Oh, okay. And to be fair, that does make sense, actually. That does make sense. Maybe I should look at that. Maybe I should look at that and finally do my degree in physics. I can be the next Brian Cox. I'm here, standing on top of a mountain, so I can talk to you about stars. There we go. I'd be more like the next Dara O'Brien, to be honest. But
Little help here.
I could learn to play with it. Yeah, to be fair, Moss, I do. Some of me does regret not going into like a trade. I could learn plumbing. Right. I mean, I'm absolutely going to side with the guy.
He breathes a sigh of relief.
Let's get him.
US loans for academia can be for whenever, but they're not wiped when you declare bankruptcy. Yeah, like my loans will be wiped when I reach 65. No matter, most academic loans are a loss and are basically like sold off. Like they're not, most academic loans in the UK, from what I understand, aren't expected to be repaid. They're just sold off to like banks and places like that to leverage money against, or to like pay the interest. Like get the money from the interest. So like a bank buys this for a certain amount and they get the ticking interest on the side of it, and eventually it pays off what they paid and they're making money, but they're never expected to get back the original money. I don't quite know how it works, but
Trust a mercenary.
yeah,
cards.
Exactly.
All right, lads, come on.
So many beans, so many pots. Nobody cares. And they're not expecting to be paid. Like, the thing is, like, it's a calculated risk from what I understand. They expect, like, 70% of loans to never be fully paid off. But they're offset by the really high earners who pay off their loan and more. Like, in interest. Because it's a percentage of your paycheck. Excellent. On the floor with you. Apologies, everyone. Hello. Wife requesting husband squish, please. Of course. Of course. I won't even make you pay for it. I'll be right back. Oh, I'll run the ads while I'm gone. Makes it easier for everyone. But I will be right back. Hello, Danish. You'll be happy to hear that my wife has paid me back for going to see her by letting me munch on her freeze-dried peach rings. Not a euphemism. Also, they're actually really tasty. Ugh. Apparently, they're free. Free from reps, given that we were talking about reps before. Hospital reps. Right. There we go. I have a love-hate relationship with stuff like this. And hopefully you'll know what I mean. Where it's really tasty, but it gets stuck in your fucking teeth. Like, it's great, it's really nice. It's stuck in my teeth and I hate it. Why can you not force me to get a kitty? That's a good fucking question. Why can't you? I know why. Oh god, I know why. But that means my auto thing has not worked. Okay, I'll look at this later. Could a mod put... I've got an auto thing supposed to tell me that that's on. Could a mod put it on my to-do list to check why it didn't? Oh, hey, that's another thing that I can put a debug into, Trickster. Way, go me. I'm slowly learning how to debug things. It'll be an order of operations thing, and I've just got my order of operations wrong. Either that, or persistent global... persistent global watcher thingies don't work the way I think they should. Ah, there's the floof. Excellent. 2 seconds. I will grab that for you now. Cool, I will grab that floof for you right now. The adoring public. It's your adoring public. Come look at your look at your adoring public. Look at your adoring public. Adoring public. Oh, baby. He is liquid. Do you think there was a fuck off father? Yes. Pretty much. He does not like being picked up. Ugh. But sometimes he's the only one I can find. Also, it is. I was naughty. Don't tell my mods. I've looked up why it didn't work. It was an order of operations thing. I think I'm going to need an extra trigger. And I think I know what that trigger should be. So I'm just going to copy that trigger. And paste that trigger. There we go. Now there's 2 ways it can trigger. Cool. Do you know, I can't be bothered typing. Not the first person who said that, Moss. And also, I have a thing I need to talk to all the mods about, purely just to inform you of things. And I keep not doing it. I remembered at like 11 o'clock last night. I was like, well, that's too late. Anyway, soon. See, we had a kitty cam, Demper. Yeah, if I would move, we would have a dedicated bedding camera. We had a kitty cam. Like, you must have been around in the original days, Demper, when we had the kitty cam, when the cats used to, when the cats used to sit next to me. We still have a kitty cam, technically. Behold, the back of my monitor, and the wall. That's not hemorrhoid cream. This isn't hemorrhoid cream. I don't know why I had to, like, let you know that. It's not. It's, advanced medical scar gel. So, it's worse. Ugh. Right, someone scan that QR. There was a QR? There was a QR? What was that on? Don't scan any QRs. Right. Ugh. Right, what am I doing? You're 11, 2021. That is the original days, yeah. On the back of the monitor. Really? What is that? I've been looking for this for fucking ages. Rel, you're a fucking badass bitch. Oh, I love you, Rel. Thought I'd lost this. Right. Anyway, onwards. Yeah, no, absolutely. I genuinely thought I'd lost that. Moss, you're really... Moss is asking what the fuck it was. You are, this is going to be massively anticlimactic for everyone involved, okay? It's the ring multi-sizer that Geek gave me. Anyway. I thought I'd lost it. It's more visible now. Ring multi-sizer, Demper, for measuring your fingers and finding out what ring size you are. Because Geek does jewelry making. and wanted to know what my ring sizes were. Given they asked that ages ago, and it's probably way past the time when they needed that information, but I'll still give it to them at some point. And they can be like, I asked you for that like 2 years ago. I'll be like, right. You need to heal yourself.
Glorious.
Okay. Totally sure we both had an ADHD brain memory purge on that thing. Oh, I never forget anything. I never forget anything. Do you really think she's going to remember that she asked me 2 years ago? No, I don't. But yet, until I fulfill the obligation that I promised, I literally cannot rest. Doesn't even matter that people don't remember that I obliged myself to them. I still feel like shit until I do it. I am 99% sure there are people who are unaware that I still feel like I owe them something. Yeah, pretty much, Pyro, yeah. Hey. Yes, you remember everything, Moss. Thankfully, I don't think I'm obliged to you for anything at the moment. Well, other than the normal stuff. Right, anyway, there was a hydrate for Rel. Well, yeah. I owe you a list, Moss, which is on my list to give. I owe you and the rest of the mods a couple of lists, and actually I've purposely been not giving those to you yet, so that I can give them to you in like the most filled out version right before they're necessary. But those are coming. Meaning you don't have time to process the info? No, it's going to be it's going to come to you at some point this week, so you'll have like a whole week. But my thought, to be fair, it probably could go to you relatively soonish. Now that I think about it, I wasn't expecting to be in such a prepared position as I am currently. Anyway. Oh, you think I'm going to be no. It's pertinent to TwitchCon, so. Moss is going to be unprepared for my preparedness. I'm fairly sure Moss is always prepared for everything and just occasionally happily surprised. But yeah, pretty much, yeah. But you're gonna get the list to bully me on from afar, Moss, so. Anyway, by the way, this is the second to last week you're going to be able to vote on Friday Firsts, and honestly, you've only got next Tuesday to do it. Yes, Trickster has been subbed in for Moss. You've probably got next Tuesday to do it because I will be fucking off on Thursday, which means I'm going to do the schedule. I'm going to do it on Wednesday at the very latest. So yeah, vote on shit. Please. Jesus Christ, okay. Exactly that, Moss, exactly that, right. Get you up, and let's pop you there. But no, I do have, and I don't know why I'm feeling so defensive on this. Probably because I'm a bit skedaddled. But I do have a list of things to get done before TwitchCon, and I'm gonna get them fucking done. You will get your lists. There are things that I need to get to the mods, and they will be got to the mods this week. Right. There we go, that's what I need. Perfect. No, I understand that. I have deadlined it. I've got a spreadsheet that tells me the date I should have done things by. A couple of dates have slipped, but they've all been dates that were allowed to slip because I just like planned them earlier than they were needed. So I've looked at it and gone, actually, I can still get that done by this date. I've not passed any. I've not passed any dates like that's put me in a bad position. Verbalize them now. Well, then I'd have to tell you what they were. There's a bunch of stuff happening during the co-working stream. The co-working stream is like, is a deadline for a bunch of things. The co-working stream... In fact, actually, hang on. Tell you what, I can verbalise that. Where is that? Oh, I hate you. There we go. Other than... I'm just going to pull this up now. So. What's the date today? The 19th. I've got 2 things to do tomorrow, which involves sharing something with my mods. I've got 1 thing to do on Friday. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to do during the co-working stream. Then I'm packing and finishing off 1 task. And then I've got 1 task to do on the train Thursday morning, Trickster. And then that's it until after TwitchCon. But no, shit will get done. Looking at this list, things that are absolutely, like, essential to get done. Two things. The rest by Saturday evening. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. The mods will get... I'll try and... To be honest, the main issue has been the detach between... And this is going to sound like an excuse. And to a degree it is, but also it's the truth. I only have access to the stuff I need to share with my mods when I'm on my home computer. I only think about sharing stuff with my mods when I'm in work. So what I'm going to try and remember to do tonight is see if I can get the stuff together and either just share it immediately or like get the majority of the stuff and then type some stuff up in work tomorrow. But it will go out. It will. Because otherwise I'm just going to continue failing. And I already hated myself enough after the last TwitchCon for not doing enough. So, right. Ooh. Alright. Knob for brains. Oh, okay. Ugh. When at home you want to enjoy yourself, and at work you miss home too much. No, the other thing is, like, it's actually worse than that, Trickster. God. It's actually worse than that, Demper. When at work, I really want to be at home doing things. By the time I get home, I've been so worn down by work that I can't focus my brain to do things. I need to get some work from home days in. I still argue vehemently that I would actually be more efficient in both my paid job and my streaming stuff if I was allowed to work from home. Because I would be able to structure my own time in order to get my most productivity out. But they don't take that argument in business, because business is all run by stupid-ass neurotypicals. And I say stupid-ass neurotypicals because it's not all. Some neurotypicals understand this stuff. It's the dickheads who work in business and go to all of the business meetings to learn about doing business. They're the problem. You can't work from home because it's inefficient. Aha, do you know what's inefficient? Me having to sit in this office after having driven in at stupid in the morning to do a job that I could very easily be doing at home, but you have to pay. Like, do we all know this fact, by the way? It's honestly just the middle-aged boomer who won't feel big and fancy. Exactly, it's exactly that. It's also, I don't know if people saw this around, you know, COVID, when everyone, like, people were working from home and stuff. Apparently, a lot of the big drive to get people back to the office was being funded by the landlords who own office spaces, because they weren't getting paid rent on their office spaces, and also it was suddenly shown, like, suddenly it was being demonstrated that, all these people worked from home and didn't come to the office, and the company didn't fall apart. And those people panicked because they were like, well, if people suddenly realise they don't need to pay us for a physical space to run their company, we're fucked. So, or supposedly, at least in the UK, a lot of the back to work initiatives, like back into the office initiatives, were funded and lobbied by, like, office landlords. So that was a whole thing that came out. And honestly, yeah, sounds about right. You know, we might suddenly come to the realisation that we don't need to fucking be there. Most infuriating part being that literally all the data shows better outcomes from work. It's like I've given up having this argument with the people in work about the fact that they literally did a study that showed that companies are more efficient and make more money if they institute 4-day work weeks. They literally got more profit. But then someone goes, oh, but you can't let that happen. You know, they can't work only 4 days but get paid the same amount of money. That means we're all giving you a pay rise. No, you're paying the same amount of money and getting the same amount of work. Anyway, as you can tell, I have this argument a lot with people, and I've given up. I've genuinely given up. I work in science, and people don't want to pay attention to science that is inconvenient to them. Anyway, can wrap their heads around the idea that happy and well looked after staff do better work. Exactly. And it's why, absolutely, if the chance, like, and I haven't said this to the people in work, like, in as many words, but it's absolutely, like, clear if they pay attention that this is how I feel. It's why, absolutely, if a job came along where I could do what I do now, but they would let me work from home, I would take a pay cut to go to it. Like, I am past the point where I'm like, I need to be making the maximum amount of money possible. And I'm actually sat here going, do you know what would be nice? Mental health. Good mental health. How about not wanting to tear my own eyeballs out every morning? Anyone want that? Anyone want to offer me that? But yeah. Your arms just aren't long enough to work from home. Well, what we'll do, Moss, is that eventually they'll just get drones in. And you can do that. You don't know if there's a work from home job that you would turn down at this point. Yeah. Honestly, the work-life balance when I do get to work from home is so much better. So much better. So I've just seen your message, Moss. Amazing. Amazing. Oh. He's on the list you're going to get, Moss. Right. Getting 2 extra points. Cool. End of the day, the money you'd save on commuting, packed lunches, absolutely. Hello, what's Senna? Oh god, not this place. Honestly, I pretty much had that feeling. Pretty much had that feeling when I remembered we were coming back here. Yeah, that's not a bad impression to have. War veteran flashbacks to the oil and fire mess. Yeah. And what they feared from a work from home employee, you did your washing, had naps, played video games, all while completing a full day's work in the... Yeah. Yeah, that's what they hate. That's what they hate. They hate, like... I mean, the argument, the conversation they don't want to have is how I get shit done in the office in less time than... Like, I genuinely don't understand how more people don't understand the concept that if you mandate a number of hours to get a job done, people will fit their work to that number of hours. If you just give them work to do and no, like, set amount of time, guess what? They'll do the work in the most efficient speed possible so that they have more free time. But no, don't be silly. That couldn't be a thing. Parkinson's law. I don't know that one, but yes. I'm assuming it is what I've just said. The work will spread to fit the amount of time you were given to do it. I'm assuming. I know the concept, I just guess I don't know the name for it. Work expands so as to fill the time... Yeah, exactly. The time available for completion. And that has always been the case. It's why if, like, literally if they just paid people to do a job rather than to be, like, a certain number of hours, shit would get done. Give it a deadline, shit gets done in that deadline. Tell you have to work on this, you'll work on it on and off until it's done. Yeah. Exactly. Like, honestly, give me a deadline, and occasionally I'll look at the task and go, I've got more time, I don't have to start that. Oh, this is due in 2 weeks. Cool, I don't have to start it for a week then. Whereas if you were just like, could you do this task, Sam? I'd look at it and go, yeah, I can do that. And knock it out. Hence why you push me to verbalise. Yeah, exactly. And I like it's no secret. It's no secret to anyone that I have control freak issues around, like, things I'm planning. Moss is currently nodding vehemently. I like there is like, it's not entirely me being an idiot, but there is like a concept that it's like, it's a neurodivergent concept where if you tell people about the thing you're doing, sometimes it can make you, like, I can't remember what it's called. It's a whole thing, and I don't know how true it is for me, it feels true, but it also might be other things. But it's like a whole thing where, like, sometimes certain neurodivergent people will get that if they tell people about the things they're doing, they get the dopamine from telling people their plan, and then they've got no reason to do it anymore. Like, they're like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then they don't do it. Because they've got the dopamine from everyone going, oh, that's so cool, that's a great idea. Rather than putting the thing out and going, look what I did, and people going, oh my god, that's so cool. But, like, it seems counterproductive. I don't know. Give it a deadline for the task to your ADHD. You'll take the wheel and get it done probably 48 hours before. Yeah. I wrote so many things, like, the night before my task. Night before it was due in university, when I would have just done it in a normal time otherwise. Yeah, the old puzzle. If it takes 8 people 8 hours to complete 8 tasks, how long would it take to do 16 tasks? Probably also 8 hours, since that's how long you gave them. Yeah. You become a go-to for your boss when she needs you to get shit done, because you get it done on time, if not ahead of time, and now you're trying to find more work to do that's still within your contract because they've noticed how much time you spend on it. Yeah. Get the work done. And honestly, I pad my days with other stuff, like non-work stuff, to make it fit. I'll watch, like Leo knows, I'll watch YouTube videos in a Discord chat with Leo while at work, half doing a job, because it makes the task I'm doing last longer and it fills my day. Or I'll take like longer, like 20 minutes longer on my lunch break, just because no one's going to fucking notice and the work is still going to get done. And like, it's according to the people in business, it's a bad work ethic. But what it actually is me going, you pay me to come in these number of hours, I'm going to be here for this number of hours, because you're going to force me to, so your work will get done in that time. But no, like, and oh, do you know what? Have we actually got anything done in this game, or have I just been waffling the whole time? I'm not saying it's going to stop, but that's another thing. Is they so some people will know this. They changed our work from home rules. Hey, buddy.
Well,
do you want to?
How's my favorite god woken?
Okay, shut up. Go away.
Ivan smiles and
They changed our work from home rules a while back. Enjoy your lurk, Demper. And it's been nothing if not detrimental. But like, so I used to be able to just work from home whenever I wanted, and I did. And I had a much better work-life balance, and I got more shit done. I was like, I've got a lot of paperwork tomorrow, I'll take my laptop home. Now I have to speak to my boss and get his approval. And because they've put in that extra level, I just don't work from home as often, because I've got to go through the faff of finding my boss. Hey, is it alright if I work from home tomorrow? What am I doing? I'm doing this. Oh, you're going to treat me like a child. My brain just does not gel with the idea of choosing to be in a situation where I'm going to get treated like a child. So.
Who are you?
Suspicious, he examines the document. On realizing it's real,
they were perfectly fine with me just deciding when I came into the office and when I worked from home. And then someone in a business suit somewhere decided that that didn't look good on paper.
I apologize. I didn't know. Admission granted. You, there, guard. Admission granted.
Relieved, he gives you a stiff salute, eyes forward.
Take your leave, returning his salute. There we go. Okay, well, we're through. Sorry, did you just lock my... Thank you. Oh, it just locked all my friends out. Oh. Right. Got to look at to remember. So over here, I remember having a bad time. I think there's shriekers over here. This down here. So we'll check up here first. Ooh, hello. Ooh, yes, I know what you are. Can I be bothered with this? It's you that's going to have to pick this. Can't remember what's on the other side of here. By the way, I've just noticed, apparently, the chat is in slow mode. Could a mod sort that out? That might be my fault from earlier. That might not have undone itself when I accidentally pressed the button. Ooh, thank you. Jelly room. I wonder if that's a thing I can, like... turn off. There we go. The room is not in slow mode. Why is it telling me it's in slow mode then? Hey, Subnado, welcome on in. How you doing? Day is going great. How about yours? My day will be going even better if we actually get shit done rather than me just ranting. Right. Hat. Take that, open this. Right. Obviously, I've just been caught in one of those moods. No one's ever complained about a Sam rant, though, so I have to assume it's part of the entertainment. Okay. I don't think there's anything over here. I feel that way towards Divinity Original Sin 2 streams, honestly. Sometimes you lock in, sometimes you just want to be in a yappy mood. Yeah. Not bad there at all. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, sometimes I'll lock into what we're doing. Like, to be fair, we are just walking around the Blackpits at the moment. There's not really anything important to focus on. So, it does make sense. No. I mean, I do love the beds in this game where sometimes you'll just randomly have a nap. Beast, do you want to have a nap? I forgot that you can't switch off when they're having a nap.
I can't breathe. Get it off.
Ah, he's fine. He's fine. He's just being
Just stand still.
he's just being dramatic. Right. Do I play? No, I've got no gift bags on at the moment. I don't think so, at least.
Cecil, get it off.
Have any gift bags on? I do not. I do not have any gift bags on at the moment. I just never set them up when we started.
I can't, sir. I think it's getting tighter.
A purple-faced magister claws at an organic breastplate. His
Oh,
comrade
I
tries
know what this is.
desperately to open it, but to no avail. It's bound by
Big
thin
research for
vines
Divinity Original Sin
burrowing
2
into
plays. We
flesh.
wanted to play again. Oh, I love this game. See, this is one of my favourite games, which is why I'm subjecting my chat to watching me play it. And they haven't left yet, so... but no, this game is so good. So good. This is my second time through the game. First time I played in co-op with my wife. So I'm playing through again, taking the people that I've never taken through before. Namely, last time we let Beast and Ivan die. And obviously, we've spec'd Losa, our main character, to be a melee fighter. Because of course we have. We love it. That's how you found me? It is. Yeah, it's good to meet like-minded people who love this wonderful game. It's such a good game. It's such a good game, and I'm really glad to play it. Offer to help.
Anything. He weren't meant to bloody wear it.
It's eating me! It's...
The breastplate. It grew out of a dead bloody elf, but Herman wouldn't listen.
Uh-huh. So you've seen it before. The elf had touched a spore, sprouted vines.
Yes, exactly. Do you know what to do?
I'll try, but no promises.
Writhes, tendrils pressed tight into flesh. The Magister's eyes roll wildly.
It's whispering. Make it stop, make it stop!
Make it stop, make it stop. Is it real or just a... Shut up, Sam. Grab the chest piece's shoulders and yank. Oh no.
The Magister recoils, pulling against you. You try to keep hold, but succeed only in driving it further into his chest with a wet crunch. He sags, eyes wild with pain.
What are you doing?
You've killed him. You've bloody killed him.
I didn't mean to. You did see me trying to help, right? Alright. If you're gonna be dramatic about this, what exactly were you doing to help, hey? Yeah, that's what I thought. Right. Wait, is he up? What do you mean I killed? He's up again. He's not. What? Why did you say I'd killed him? He's standing there. You guys are odd. You guys are really quite odd. Okay. I'm gonna refresh this because it's annoying me that it seems to say it's in slow mode. Okay, Losa. Losa money. Right, there we go. You can come back down here, please. Thank you.
None.
No. Oh, yeah, okay. You can get on your ass. You get out. You run this way. Do you know that we were talking about trying to work out what the things that I was most struggling with were? I think the main problem I'm having is people are going down quite quickly, or getting to the point they're almost going down quite quickly. So maybe they all need more constitution. Although maybe not all of them. Maybe it's like Beast needs more constitution and Ivan needs... Probably Beast mostly, because Beast is up close and personal. Ivan at least gets to be further away. Given at least gets to stand further away from everyone else. And be a fucking glass cannon. Yeah, I think Beast needs Constitution. I'm gonna put that on. There we go. For those unaware, we do have a bunch of lists on here that you can set me reminders in. We've got a level up list, we've got a to-do list, which, to be fair, doesn't get used much. And I forgot what the other list is. Oh, it's a buy list. It's things we need to buy. I coded them myself. That's why they're so janky. Right. You got... fine. Botalytical is not my own coded work. Botalytical is purely... So Botalytical is StreamerBot. No, so Botalytical itself is StreamerBot. But there's a lot of stuff in... Because you can run C# code inside. I am a very basic, like, learning code. There are a few things in there that are coded myself. So we've got a bunch of lists, for example, that are programmed in there. Why didn't that? Oh, there we go. Like, we've got a bunch of lists like this that are programmed in that can be added and removed from. That's my work, but there's a bunch of other stuff that doesn't work. And I'm recently learning how to debug my own code, because I am at the stage where I'm like, it didn't work. Why didn't it work? And then I yell, why didn't it work? And then the people who know how to code go, I don't know. What does the debug say? And I go, what's the debug? And they're like, good lord. It's great. I don't know, Google it. Yeah, pretty much. No, to be fair, like, the people I do know, who help me with the coding stuff. Namely, I'm going to shout them out, Paul and Trickster. Trickster gives me a lot of help with the coding. Are very good in being like, I could tell you the answer, or you could work it out yourself and learn something. And I appreciate the work it out myself and learn something approach. Because it means if I don't know, if I literally can't find the answer, they'll just tell me where I'm going wrong. Yeah, good old Mr. Trickster. Thank you very much, Mr. Trickster. Hey, there we go. Right. You. Still got cut. Take that. That's me. Yeah, you're very good with that. Also, I accidentally messaged you yesterday, not expecting to give you a coding job. And then it was like almost 11 o'clock at night and you were talking me through code, and I was like, I didn't mean to do this. So shout out to Trickster for putting up with that shit. Right. No, but it's always great. It's like your bedtime story. Yes, you were there reading the bedtime story of why does this person not know how to debug their code. To be fair, though, in my defense, it was a question about error codes, and who knows how to read those? Who knows how to read an error code? Oh no, it's entirely fair. Like, entirely fair, Trickster. I reached a point where I suddenly realised I'd accidentally got you answering questions. And I was like, this was unintentional. So, yeah. To be fair, as I say, it was late at night. And are you still away, Trickster, or are you back now? Because I know you were away on Monday at the very least. Oh, dear external workplace. Just let the damn people bring in thumb drives to transport data. You got back that evening. Ah, that'll explain why you so zonked then. Transport data is not the network. We've got thumb drives and shared drives as data transport here, and you still need thumb drives to get them to the shared drive. Sincerely, someone had to call her IT. Yeah. We have that as well. I have one of the only thumb drives that we're allowed to use, technically. I have... I love saying this. I have an IT-approved thumb drive. Yes, that was it. Yes, message sent 2:42. Asleep before my response at 22:44. I was fairly sure that you'd gone to sleep. Oh. Right. Do you know when I say sometimes I realise that we're... I remember from when I was here last that we're going to be in a fight? This is a fight. And when I say a fight, I mean one we might have to take a few tries at.
Okay, I'll tell you. She's gone to
Right.
Solutions Day.
Oh dear. When you lie like that,
We
you
save
really
here.
break my sense of immersion.
Here we go.
Don't toy with me, sorcerer.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
where
it
your
is.
mistress is, and I know you know it. So talk.
I don't know where Hanag's gone. I tell you if I did. I swear in my
Hanag.
father's grave.
Shit, which one's Hanag? Fuck. Oh no. This is me and my brain. I do this with people in real life. I know the name. I can't put a face to it. I know that name. Hanag the Lizard. Oh, yes. Thank you. Oh, yes. She's the one who's off in the forest in a fight. Yes. Cool.
Oh, he swears. Did you hear that, everyone? He swears. Why, that's almost as good as a pinky promise.
The White Magister swiftly pivots towards you and draws his blade.
With a little
Did you
jump.
come for the show, woman? Good timing. The interrogation scene is over, so we're almost at the climax.
To keep your boy alive during this fight. I think I spent so much time... I think I did the last time I played. And it took so many tries to do it. Am I going to do that this time? I don't know. Yeah! A lot of the AIs in this game are so committed to offing themselves. Which station? Interrogation's over on Dallas's orders.
He chuckles and pokes the inside of his cheek with his tongue.
Oh, what an adorable little liar you are. But I have to admit, I almost admire your pathetic
Like, I remember the
attempt to
tactic we
hero.
had last time was literally blocking the stairs with people so that they couldn't get up here and so that he couldn't get out. But the second there was a space, he decided to run out into the middle of everyone and get stabbed to death.
The sorcerer
Gotta love
fidgets,
the AI.
and you notice a thin dagger resting in his palm. He slices away a bit of rope, then looks at you, eyebrows raised.
Intelligence. Still for time. As for the details of the sorcerer's crime, should be sent to Port Joy.
Now why on the gods' green ground would I make things harder than I need to? I've got the problem hanging over there.
He wiggles his unsheathed blade as if it were a child's toy.
And I'm holding a quick and easy solution.
The hanging sorcerer winks at you and cuts another segment of rope. He'll soon be free.
Constitution. Oh, is that an order-issued sword?
Well, it's...
His eyes narrow.
What are you playing at?
The White Magister spins on his heels
There we
just
go.
as the hanging sorcerer breaks free of his bond.
A plot twist.
Do you know what?
I love it.
Because I don't want to do this again and again, I'm gonna save at the end of this conversation.
Damn all of you.
Right. Yep. Yep, there's the arseholes. God, wait. No, there's something else. What is it? My brain is doing the trauma thing. I feel like there's something bigger that's supposed to show up. And I can't remember what it was. I remember, yeah, we sent someone down there. I think we sent the Red Prince down there. Okay. Yeah, blocking and repressing from protecting myself. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about the bullshit. Right. Go stand here. Damn, you've got so much physical armor. Okay. God, what is wrong with this mouse? Thank you.
Sorcerer on the loose! Contain him!
Contain him! Contain him! Right, you. I'm trying to remember the best way to do this. That'll do. What could he mean? So curious how Divinity is going to look like. They said something about how the game mechanics are going to be completely different. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to, like... Because, like, this is definitely different to Baldur's Gate 3. So I don't know if they mean that kind, like, it's a slight difference. Don't know if they mean that, or if it's going to be entirely different. Like, you know, we're going to end up with... I don't know. Like, not turn-based. Somehow, or... That would be such a weird departure for Larian to make, though. To suddenly make it not Divinity the card game. Yes, hang on, I just need to give this guy some fucking armor. There we go. Right, Beast. Would you like to come over here? Deal with this guy. Only you could. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm really quite intrigued to see what they do with it. I'm intrigued to see whether they go the early access route like they did with BG3. That'll be an interesting question as to whether they like decide to go fully early access with it. I don't know if I'd play it if they did. Purely just because, like, what was it? So basically, where they released Baldur's Gate 3 in early access for like a few years before they released the full game, and I never played it because, like, I just could not be bothered. And this is very much a me thing. I just could not be bothered with like the concept of playing a game that, like an RPG like this, that wasn't completed, and knowing that, like, oh, if I want to continue playing, I'll have to end it. Like, I'll have to start again. And I was just like, I really can't be bothered with that. Some games I think it works well with, not with an RPG. But that's my personal preference. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're down. Right, cool. You deal with him. Like, we, Greedfall, a game that I really quite enjoyed the first one. We played a couple, we got, like, early, like, sponsored streams, to play Greedfall 2. You think you see what I'm saying? With RPG, novelty is really, really important because of how you engage with the storytelling. Not to mention consistency is also important. Like if you're used to how a character talks and acts, you expect them to do... Yeah, exactly. And it's also like so. What I was saying is we got a key to access Greedfall 2 early and play that, and it was great. Like it was janky, but it was great. I enjoyed playing it. Like if you looked at it and went, okay, this is a bit janky, but it's fine. Because this is like a beta build, it's fine. But then they released an update for it and said, oh hey, we've updated some more content in this, do you want to play it again? I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. And they were like, oh, you can't use your previous save, you have to start again. And I was like, oh. And they were like, yeah, no, we wipe all your access. You have to start each save on the latest version of the game because we've updated the mechanics and the conversations and stuff. So the stuff you've done already won't count anymore. Because, you know, they changed NPCs, they changed mechanics, that kind of thing. And I was like, okay. And I think I did play it again. I played it again and went, okay, cool, yeah, I'll give it another go. And we played through stuff we'd already done, and I was like, okay, this is actually a bit boring. And then they did it again. And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I politely declined to play the game again. And like, from what they were saying, it was literally just because, like, they changed so much in the game that it wouldn't be... Well, they basically, yeah, it's basically... what they were saying was they changed... Because it wasn't obviously, like, the finished product. Because they changed mechanics, they'd rebalanced stats, they'd, like, changed where things were. The original save was just no longer a save for the same game, if that makes sense. Like, the character that you created and spec'd didn't fit with the rebalanced way they'd rebalanced everything. And, like, short of them putting in some kind of way to convert one character, like, the character from the old version into the new version, which is extra time consuming, they were just like, oh yeah, start again. And then, well, there's a whole thing after that. The game was finally released to not much fanfare because the studio got shut down. Fun times, as always. But yeah, I recommend you go and play the first Greedfall. It's a very good game. I might play the second one if it comes to me really cheap. I should check if my demo build updates to full build. I imagine it probably doesn't, but... But yeah, so it's why I'm a bit... Like, I never played Baldur's Gate 3 when it was in early access. I waited for the full version. I'm currently not playing Subnautica 2 because it's in really early access, and, like... I kind of... That one is a very personal thing, though, because I'm very... Subnautica is, like, one of my special interest games. And I really don't want to play a not full version of it. That's a very personal take. Like, I don't want to play a version that's going to disappoint me. Because I've had other games like that. Like, I've talked about this before. Like, Sons of the Forest was great. But it really started to grate on me that it was early access and they kept adding more stuff in. That meant the progress I'd made, I had to go back to places again to find things, and yeah, I just got fed up with it, so I stopped playing it. But again, that is a very personal take, and like, early access works for a lot of people. Early access works for a lot of people. I think for me, early access has to involve something that doesn't have a whole lot of like integral story to it, if that makes sense. Like, was about to say something that sounded really sarcastic. I was about to say, I like my games to be complete, and so that I'm just playing the game, not playing a part of the game and then waiting for them to update it with more content. And I understand that that's not the business model that pays the most money to game developers. Like, they can release into early access and get money before they finish the game, and why wouldn't you? But also, I don't like it. And not unless it's a game where I don't feel it takes away from the game. And maybe that makes me snobby, but I don't care. Looking forward to seeing what Larian does. You just hope they keep the turn-based. You don't like real-time RPGs. Yes. It would be very, very off-putting if they did make it a real-time RPG. It would be very, very off-putting if they did that. Ah, yes, I remember this. Necrofire everywhere. Oh, yeah, I remember. More of them fucking spawn. That was it. That was the pain in the arse. And in the meantime, they're all fighting me still. No, they're not, like, teaming up with me against these guys. Right, can I... Ooh, wait, can I... just 2 seconds. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Right. Oh, the ads are on. Ugh, I will pause and let the ads play out. To be fair, when Baldur's Gate 3 was in early access, it was only at 1, and in something that has so much free movement and diverse pathways, you understand why they left early access. Let them Skyrim horse around to find all the places and choices that got them stuck. Yeah. Like, I do get it, but, like... Baldur's Gate 3 was something that was fun for me to watch people play in early access. It wasn't something I personally wanted to play in early access because I knew I would get frustrated with it. I loved watching other people play it and going, oh, cool. Oh, that's what's happening. Oh, okay. Oh, this looks good. Oh, this looks like something I want to buy. But... yeah, early access players are absolutely the best QA team. And as I say, I understand why they do it. Because it's cheaper than paying QA teams. Like, it makes sense. But as, like, an end user, I don't get on with it. Especially for very specific types of games. Like, when and this is, again, is it's a me thing. When I invest my brain into, like, an RPG, I invest my brain into that game. We were talking before about how I've just finished Cyberpunk 2077 in my spare time. Like, after a long time playing that game, and how it's been kind of a... okay, I need to disengage my brain from this thing that I have been just locked into for a long period of time. I don't know how well I'd play with the idea that I invested, locked in, I've got my characters just the way I want them, and oh, we've updated the game, have we? And things have changed. But I just learned how to play these characters. And from a QA perspective, I get it. Like the replaying again and again, and oh, and has it got better? And oh, does this glitch still work? It makes sense. It's just not something I would want to do for entertainment. If you're going to pay me to do it, I would be fine with that. It's not relaxing. Does that make sense? It's not relaxing for me, the idea of having to replay the same thing again and again. Again, this is very much a personal opinion. Ugh. Anyway. Oh dear. There we go. All of my joints are clicking because I was lifting weights yesterday, and so obviously that means everything clicks today. You don't think they required save rights between every update? That BS would put anyone off. Yeah, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. It's probably just a very personal snobby opinion that I just don't get on with it. But also, I think I'm allowed to have that opinion. Like, if it works for other people and it gets a great game that I get to play when it releases a few years later, fucking A by me. I just don't want to take part in the early stage, you know? Yeah, I don't, like, it is perfectly valid. It's like, I guess people could see it as... But, like, it's the same, as I say, like, Subnautica 2. Subnautica is absolutely something I hyper-obsess over. I hyper-obsessed over the first 2 games. Like, when we played them, we literally stopped playing anything else on the channel. That's all I played. People from the good old days will remember Subnautica Timber, where I played Subnautica as a Friday first, and then went, I am cancelling every other stream I had planned, we are playing this game. And everyone went, what? And I went, strap in. I'm obsessed. Which is what we did. Someone's already released 6 hours of trimmed content for Subnautica 2. Yeah. But, like, I don't want to play it in a janky version. It's, again, something that I want to immerse myself into and just play. You know? Maybe I will have a look at the early access stuff. Maybe not in this first update, but maybe after I've done a couple of updates, I'll jump in and have a fiddle around, but I wouldn't want to invest lots of time into it. I'll just wait until it comes out, and then I'll bug my friends to play multiplayer with me. If you are one of my friends, get ready for that. You'll be like, Sam, do you want to play some Phasmo? And I'll be like, counter-offer. Would you like to play some Subnautica 2? And you'll be like, I don't own Subnautica 2. And I'll be like, can I buy you Subnautica 2? I will literally pay you to play games with me. Technically. Bad legal BS around it. Yes, exactly. They're getting the money. And they paid out on the first day. Like, the threshold for them to get the bonus. It's so good. I'm very pleased. But no, we absolutely probably will play Subnautica 2 on the channel at some point when it goes into full release. But I might have a fiddle around in it in the early access with some friends if they want to. That's the other thing. Like, it's not. This is not so much my opinion, but this is just like an opinion I've heard other people share about early access games. You know when an early access game is multiplayer? It's a very big ask to ask your friends to put down the full price of a game on an unfinished game that they may or may not like, and that you may or may not still be playing when it full releases. Like, I feel it's perfectly fine for me to decide to spend my money. And I've heard other people talk about this. Like, it's fine to say I want to spend my own money on an unfinished product. It's a whole other thing to ask your friends to spend money on an unfinished product just to play it with you. So you sort of have to have people who are also making the decision on their own. Whereas, like, with other stuff, like, say, Repo. I bought Repo because my friends were like, hey, do you want to play Repo? And I was like, sure, I'll pay to play Repo with you. And, yeah. Or Phasmophobia. Oh, do you want to play Phasmophobia? Sure, I'll spend my money for Phasmophobia, which I guess it technically is still in early release, isn't it, Phasmophobia? It just doesn't feel it. But then there's like a bunch of other things. Like, there's so many games releasing in early access these days that just like, if every game is in early access, then you're never going to be playing all of them, and you're never going to get like the full. I feel, okay, and this might be a controversial opinion. I feel the early access model stops people getting like full informed reviews of the game before they've paid money for it. Because at best you can get a review of the early access version of the game, but you have no idea what the full game is going to be like. But you've paid money for it regardless. It's not like you can be like, oh, I played all of the early stuff, but the full game hasn't lived up to my expectation. You know I've got 200 hours in the early access, but I don't like the full game, can I have my money back? They'd go, no, fuck off. But I don't know. Like what Teardown's done as far as multiplayer, the entire game was built for a single player and only has, by extreme community demand, after getting the game stable and solid, started officially developing multiplayer. See, that's the way to do it, in my opinion. And I'm not in game dev, so like a lot of my, all of my opinions are pretty much uninformed on this. And I admit that. But yeah, it does just, I don't know. And this is not all games. I feel a lot of studios use early access as a way to ship their product before... This is true, actually, Trickster, yeah. I feel personally a lot of studios will use early access as a way to just ship their product before it's complete and get money. Now, and some people do that in a legitimate way, where they're like, we need some money to keep developing this game, we're going to release it in early access. But then when a big game studio like Bethesda does it, you're like, you don't... Like when an indie studio does it and goes, listen, if we don't release this in early access, we're literally never going to complete this game, we'll run out of money. Fine. When Bethesda does it, goes, oh yeah, we're releasing in early access just because, you know, we want to gauge what you think of the game and QA test it with you. What? What are we going to charge you? Oh, the full price of the game. We're going to charge you the full price of the game. Obviously. It's just a bit odd. Because, like, what guarantee have you... And especially given the behaviour of some of the bigger gaming companies, what guarantee have you got that that game will not just be canned before it's completed? You know, what guarantee have you got that they won't go, actually, we've decided to stop developing this? We've decided we don't want to anymore. I don't think you've got any... and you wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Because the terms and conditions will say, oh yeah, you bought an early access game, you got an early access game. And I guarantee you, if you read the terms and conditions, there is a line in there that's like, we do not guarantee the full product will ever exist. I guarantee you that's in there. Without even having to read it or check. Indie could get you split for early access, more than big studio any day.
Finally.
If this guy could stay alive, that'd be real nice. Excellent. I mean, he's doing a great job. This is the longest I've ever seen this guy live for. I'm kind of impressed. Oh my god, did they fix his AI? What's happening? But yeah, I don't know. Early access games just like... I have a love-hate relationship with them. I have a love-hate relationship with them. Right, I'm just going to cast this on you. To try and keep you fucking alive.
Healing.
Right. Gonna use some magic pockets. Who are we gonna kill you? Kill you. But like, do you know what? I almost don't want to say this in case I speak it into existence. But I do see a world where the next Elder Scrolls game comes out in early access. You know, for the ultimate fucking piss take. Oh yeah, we're releasing the next Elder Scrolls in early access so that you can get a good look around and like do the start of the game. How long have we been developing this? Yeah, 100%. But like, does that not strike like, please tell me if it's just me. Does that not strike anyone else as so fucking predatory behavior? A game that, like, also, yeah, assuming it's going to come out, but a game that has been so hyped and waited for so long, like, and they've been like, we're making it as good as we can, that it might just come out and they'll go, oh, well, here's the unfinished version, you'll get what you're given. It genuinely feels to me like that's the only way things can go. And I don't like it. I don't like it as a consumer. And what I most don't like about it is the fact that there's literally nothing I think can be done about it, because... Do you know, the only way that we could do something about it is if people just didn't buy the early access. But people aren't going to do that because of FOMO. People aren't going to do that. People are just going to be like, well, no, I want to play it. I want to play the early access. I've been hyped for this game for ages. And everyone else is buying it. So they'll keep doing it. And I genuinely don't see any other way that this is gonna go. Yeah, totally see GTA 6 doing it. It's just, yeah. It's one of the many things that I feel kind of powerless over. And that sounds like a really stupid thing to say. Oh, I feel powerless to control games. But, like, it's just such an annoying thing to have, like, conceptually potentially happen to a thing that I enjoy. But it's capitalism, isn't it? It's just the way that capitalism progresses. If this thing is going to give them more money, why would they not do it? Dude, don't move. Dude, just stay fucking still. God, is there any... There's a little bit. Jesus fucking Christ, how do I heal this guy? Okay, let's get some blood rain. Okay. Oh good, that doesn't put out the fire. Excellent. Cool, of course. Alright. Oh god. How's no one falling through the floor? What with all this fire? Yeah, it's magic fire. It's magic fire. What doesn't do that? Somehow. Ugh. Right. God. Still using the wood floor to burn. Yeah, we don't ask too many questions around these parts. That's how you get in trouble. We don't ask questions around these parts, we just accept shit. Oh, no, it is literally why people built stone houses. And he's dead. Do I care? No, he's not dead. Oh, he killed Beast. Gwydion's still up. Okay, fine. The thing is, there's so many turns to be taken before we go. Oh my god. Yeah, they're healing each other when they hit each other. Because they're healed by the damage that they do. So they're healing each other when they hit each other. Stop hitting your sibling, it's rude. It's very rude. How dare they? But yeah, it's giving it plus 90 each time. Because they're also healed by moving through the fire. I don't know that I'm going to get out of this fight. Let's pop closer there. I feel like we're going to lose this fight. Just because there's so many of them. Oh, okay. Like, it's one of these situations where there's so many of them that it takes ages to get to our turn. And when you're dealing with that, when it's like, oh, your turn will be coming up in the next 5 minutes, that's when you're really like, okay, cool, I see what's happening here. Also, do you know what I've realised? I had a thing I was going to talk to people about during the ad breaks, but I've been ranting so much that I didn't. So go me. I will try and remember it next time. Right. Just at this point, I'm kind of, like, given I don't think we're going to win this fight, I'm quite tempted to pull out of it. Just like start again rather than spending all this time. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna reload. I don't think we're gonna win this fight. Cool, my phone has finished. Well, it's got enough charge in it now. Switch over to that one. Yeah, this is very much one of those fights where it takes a bit of time to get around what you're doing and get your plans in. So I reckon if I pick this dude up I might be able to just pick this dude up and pop him over here. And then he's going to have to run all the way back past all of these. Right. Oh, crippled, eh? Give him some of that. And cast mending. Two AP. How much does this cost? That costs 2 AP. Okay. Let's go to here. And then charge.
Sorcerer on the loose! Contain him!
Hi. Yeah, well done, buddy. Cool. You, yeah, good luck, buddy. Yeah, fab. Well done. Well done, mate. Absolutely. A+. Okay. Nice. Yeah, go on.
Demon, host, Godwoken, the void
So he's charmed. Excellent. He dies. See, I was hoping he was going to get in a fight with them, but they're all advancing this way. But he at least will probably have to come back through them all to get to us. And potentially by that point we might have another teleport to get rid of him again. Lol. Excellent. I like you. I like you, mate. You're doing well. Right. Gonna attach onto you. Right. What can I get for... yeah, it's not going to work. So, 2 AP. Charge. And then... yeah, go on, let's power everyone up. You're back. You couldn't stay in bed any longer. Your legs were doing the stupid... ah! Oh, Leo, that sucks. That sucks. I hope you're okay. But welcome back. You've missed an entire rant about games. Well, you might have been here for it, to be fair. If you were, apologies. Right. Is this going to work? Oh my god, I think it will. Beautiful. Unfortunately, people have been validating my opinions, Leo, which is a horrible idea on their part. Horrible. Quite literally, like, I don't know why they would do that. I'm going to stand there, so you're going to have to get past me, mate. Yes, I expressed displeasure at certain early access games. Let's put it, it's certain early access games. The ones that are really predatory and that, like, are not... like, what was one, like, we were talking about, like, Baldur's Gate and potentially the next Divinity doing early access. That's how we got started on it. And how I played... You remember, Leo, how I played Greedfall 2? And how that was early access, and how every time it updated, you had to go and start all over again, because, like, it didn't fit the early access model so much that they were like, oh, we've updated it, and now all of your saves are no longer compatible with this new version we made. You know, ridiculous shit like that. And like, we were saying how, like, the next Elder Scrolls might, you know, we don't want it to, but there's every fucking chance it will end up being early access, because why would they not if they can get money from it? But, like, no, it is absolutely, that is exactly what it is, Leo. It is a fine, fine line. It is, I think pretty much what we agree with, it is fine when you are talking about, you know, an indie developer who are like, oh, if we don't get this extra money, we probably won't be able to continue making this game, versus Bethesda going, oh, yeah, we're releasing into early access, just so that we can QA test it with you as a community. What? What happened to our QA department? We fired them for cost cutting. Yes, anyway. Cool.
Right where I want you.
Do you have? You do. You don't. And you, okay. I hope this should only hit. Yes, it only hits enemies, so it didn't hit this guy, which is nice. Very, very nice of it to work. This is really suspicious. They're all just like hanging around down there and not coming up. And I don't know why. Like, I genuinely don't know if the AI is broken or if there's a reason for it. Okay. Oh, hello. Charmed, excellent. If it's an indie and they don't have access to QA, or it requires a lot of player feedback to get right, see... Yeah, Dragon Wilds. EA is okay. Early access okay. They've been in it for 5 fucking years and continue to be special, like Phasmo is a bit... Yeah, it's exactly that. It's like, how are you justifying this? What, like, it's like, what have you... What has taken you 5 years to get right? Because, like... And here's my question, and feel free to answer it. Like, Leo specifically, like, you may well have an answer to this that, like, I'm not party to, but, like, what is the full release going to have that is so different to the product we have at the moment that justifies it being that long in early access? You know? Like, is the full release basically just going to be the game we've had in early access for ages, but, like, maybe with a bit more cosmetic and stuff in it? You know, it comes to a point where it's like, are you just still calling this early access to justify the jank? You know? Customization, which they just released very poorly, and Horror 2.0. Okay, but, like, is Horror 2.0 going to change the game so fundamentally that it's a different game? Because that's what I feel early access should be, is getting it right so that you release a full product. Like, is the full release going to be something that I would go out and buy, you know, separate to what it is, and I've actually got a really good deal by adopting early. Supposedly it will. Okay, fair. We can but hope. Right. You, sir, need healing. Wow, these guys really don't like him. Yeah, they're on a thing. Like, I don't know, like coming from, okay, so coming from a perspective of a person who doesn't specifically have like a deep tie to Phasmophobia or like a game like that. From my perspective, do I still care enough that I would be wanting to play the full release? Or do I feel like I've generally got the gist from the early access version? Yeah, I'm fairly sure I feel like I've got the gist from the early access version. So like this is the test I sort of apply to it. If I got bored of Phasmo now in early access, would I bother coming back for the full release? Probably not. Versus, like, if I got bored of... Say, if I got bored of Subnautica 2 in early access, which admittedly is a game that I have, like, a special interest in, but, like, if I got bored of Subnautica 2 in early access, in the way that what they've basically done is they've just limited the size of the map, and there's story and there's stuff that I won't be able to access, would I come back for the full release? Probably, because I like the core idea of what they're offering, versus Phasmo, which is just like a gameplay loop, individual games. It made sense at the start for them to like early access. The longer it goes, the more it's like, I get the idea. Like, could they just release Phasmo as it is now and then promise updates in the future to do the stuff that they're offering? Like, games do that. Games release full and then release updates later that add stuff to the game. Like, it doesn't just have to be paid DLC. You can get free DLC that updates the game. What's the justification for still being in early access? Does that make sense? They recognise they're on thin ice, and they did do... Yeah, exactly. V1, V2, and so on. Why are we still in V0 point? Is it just to justify the sustained jank? And are they doing anything to fix the sustained... Like, why... Here's the big thing, and maybe I'm getting conspiracy theory here. Why is fixing the jank before they add extra stuff not the way that they're going about it? Not like, oh, we're going to have all this extra content, but it's still going to be really janky. Not like, hey, let's make it not janky, and then we'll release this extra content. You know? I think it's because part of the charm... I think it's because they realised while they were in early access that, oh, actually, part of the charm that people are liking about this is that it's janky. In Phasmo, you have half an answer. It's not a good one, but you think, okay, go on, hit me with it. Recognise they're on thin ice. They do a large amount of fixes very quickly, but why the fuck weren't they QA'd? Insim and Psycho were saying the complaints on the day before release, as they got sneak peek and the devs played it off as, you'll get used to it. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Right. This is curse fire, which means it's not gonna... Not gonna put it out, is it? Cool. The Gravy of Tomodachi Art, how are we doing? We started the fight? Yeah, we have restarted the fight, yeah. Also, how are you enjoying Tomodachi? I don't know whether I've expressed this on stream yet. I'm in such a, like... I was so sold on the idea that I was not going to buy a Switch 2 because I didn't see the point. Because it wasn't different enough. But then they've released two games for the Switch 2 that I kind of want to play. I'm like, at what point does buying a whole new system, like how many games have to be available only on that new system before it's justifiable to me to buy, is the question I ask myself. Am I going to spend... You haven't got a Switch 2, you realize... Oh, hang on. If you're about to tell me that Tomodachi is on the first Switch, then you might have made my entire... I thought it was only on Switch 2. Am I wrong? Phasmo is a solo dev that went up to a team of 5 and then up to a much... You can fuck buying a Switch 2 for Pocopia alone then. Shit that off with a bucket of golden bricks. No. Right, excellent. I'm going to be on Tomodachi Life soon then. I didn't know. Phasmo was a solo dev that went up to a team of 5 and then up to a much larger team, but the standards did not go up accordingly. Now with the latest F-up with the customization, you think it's actually set in that you cannot not do better. We can see your profits, we can see your big collabs, the movie, you have to do better. Yeah. So do you think it's basically solo dev mindset and not growing then? Is that what we're saying here? They've still got the solo dev mindset. That's interesting. Currently have an island with Critical Role characters and Bowser Gate 3 characters. It's been a great creative... Oh, see, I've been watching people who have been making all, like, different... The interactions are hilarious that I see in that game. Oh, no. Oh. I don't want to spoil anything, but we might have found our new Saturday game, lads. Because I fucking love the look of Tomodachi. Right. Right. Oh, wait, can I heal you as well? Excellent. Beautiful. Interactions are joy. Your friends call it Mad Lib's Ant Farm. It's the Yes! Yes. It's great because I see people like, oh my god, I can't remember who it was. Someone, like, had a clip that I saw where they've, like, loaded up a bunch of people. So they've got, like, Lady Dimitrescu and, like, Astarion and a bunch of different characters, and they had just, like, a whole thing where they were, like... It was like Astarion was like, I love you, Lady Dimitrescu, will you... I love you, and then being like, oh, I don't know what to say, and then like, what? And then Karlach walked in and was like, oh no, I am the one who loves Lady Dimitrescu. And then like, what? What will you do? And then they were like, you're gonna have to pick. And then Lady Dimitrescu was like, oh, your blood's so great, but there's only one person I can pick, and it's Garfield the cat. And just turned to another person. It's just like, this is fucking chaos, and I love it. Anyway, everyone on your island loves Gale of Waterdeep. Do you know who Gale fell for? Goblin Missy, not the brave. Ah. It's just fucking brilliant. I'm absolutely going to be on that soon. Absolutely going to be on it soon. Oh. But yeah, Pocopia is absolutely not a good reason for me to buy a Switch 2. I'm not spending £700 or whatever it is to play one game. One game that I would also have to pay an extra like 60 quid for. £800 to pay Pocopia? No thanks. Oh, Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to play it. I might have to. Like, yeah, you don't own the games. Yeah, it's such a weird way to go about it. Yeah, it's a very weird, like, live servicey model that is weird. Like, to be fair to Nintendo, it's very much like the way a lot of shit is going anyway. Like, they're not the only ones who are doing this. But also, it's such bullshit. Right, I really need to keep you up. I really wish you could throw... I wish you could throw health potions. Like you can in Baldur's Gate 3. Like, just throw that at you. Because there's no, like, without healing... You say this all the time. Like, without... I need, like, a healing skill. Yeah, shove would be massively useful. Because it's not going to be until Beasts, and even Beasts won't be able to... It's not going to be until Ivans... Actually, is anyone going to be able to heal this guy? I genuinely don't know if anyone's going to be able to heal this guy. Have I got any spell scrolls I can use here? Ooh, yes, restoration. Excellent, there we go. Right, here we go, teleport. I don't think any of these can jump up here. So I might... I'm gonna pop this on so we stay alive. Actually, ooh, can I throw this down here? Can I hit you? Path is interrupted. Ugh. I both love and hate, like, the accurate angles that this game uses. Right, what if I just walked over here? And then threw my shield. Now I can hit you. Excellent. No. I'll yield to nuns. Alright, Beast. Dramatic much. Wait. Oh my god, am I a moron? Something has just occurred to me. I'm standing in this cursed fire. It's like I wish I could get rid of it. I can. I can get rid of it. If I can get back to Losa's turn. I think. You guys go take pictures of your stupid itchy legs? No issue at all. Gotta make some content for the OnlyFans. Sorry. Don't know where that came from. Right. Oh, he's so close to dying. But I have a plan now, if we die again. Ah, he's died. Thing is, we're doing so... Like, I really don't know if I can be bothered keeping him alive. I don't even remember what the point is of keeping him alive. Like, if I get anything from it. Get wrecked and die, bitch. Right.
Healer.
Okay. Do you know what? There comes a time in every young man's life where they have to save scum. That's what my grandfather told me on his deathbed. I mean, it could be for all I know. I was like 3 months old. But very weird was old Grandpa Jones. Don't see anything. I know. Yeah, I don't see anything either. Nothing is happening. End this fight. Let's win this thing. Yeah, the game just like reloaded. It's real weird. That's really bad because I felt like I was going to win. Right. Hello, buddy. This went so well last time that I'm just going to do it again. Enjoy your walk back. You will die on it. Right. I'm going to stand there because I know he's coming up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right. So yeah, you probably want to get up here. Pretty crippled. It's crippled that really doesn't sit in here. Contain him! Such a moron. He creates his own path of fire that he then has to get through. Right. Let's heal myself. And then... then oh, actually, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just, like, bye, bitch.
Demon, host, God-woken, the void comes forth. Power that up. Beautiful. Charge through to you. Knocks you down. Gonna shackles are paying you. Cool. This guy's a dickhead.
I love that they basically. I think they must have a limit to the number that are allowed to be up here, because they all just like hang out down the bottom for a bit. Right.
I'm ready.
Brilliant. Beautiful. Absolutely. Right then. So you can. Oh, let's see. Actually, if I take all of these out from up here, like if I just like you're on my side now, did that not work? Why didn't that work? Interesting. Where's that friend? There he is. Charmed. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Just power everyone up with this. Oh, they're all targeting this guy. They really don't like him, do they? Right. Any of you without you are effect. You can both get on your asses. Jesus, they're doing a lot of damage to him. Right, yeah, let's just see if we can do any damage to you. Yeah, that's not going to hit there. Yeah, see, they're all going to heal each other. That's the issue, is they're all going to heal each other. Yeah, so he's killed him. Excellent. Good, good. Yes. Now we need it to rain blood. Hallelujah.
I'm ready.
Because if it rains blood, I can heal this dick for brains.
I'm ready.
Right. Take a magic armor potion, because why not? Oh. Right, let's get everyone mending, because it will also include him in that. And then it's also... I can't believe... the fact that 90% of my effort is keeping this suicidal maniac alive is an irony that I don't enjoy. This is what I imagine it's like to have kids. What are you doing? I'm trying to keep this thing alive that is hell-bent on not being alive. Right. So if he jumps to the fire, you wish him well and continue staying alive. Yeah. To be fair, I would love to do that. Okay, this arsehole's on his way back. We might be able to be fair, we might almost be at the point where I can just teleport him away again and laugh. I'll enjoy it if we are. Big lols. What? Oh, yay! Now he's slightly wet. Thank you for your contribution to the fight. Can I teleport? Oh my god, I think I can. Although I might let him get a bit closer and then teleport him, just to take the piss a bit more. Right. Oh yeah, you guys get a fight. I'm down with that. You'd think that they'd be like, oh, we're facing like a threat together. Maybe we should like work out our differences and fight that first. But no, of course not. They're magisters. They're idiots. Right, can we kill you? What a fucking moron. Is this... hang on, is this... it's Cursed Necrofire. Excellent. The ads are on. Oh. The ads are on and my Discord is blowing up with, like, specifically I've been tagged things, so... gonna go check out what that is. Oh. Yes. 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 Yay! Awesome. Cool. The stream team I am part of, Cosmic Hearts, we have taken on some new folks, and it has finally been announced who they are, so we are now fully allowed to yell about it and say hi, and... ooh, there's a post as well. Oh god, there's so much chat. Why am I reading this? Why am I reading this? Why am I reading this? No, go back. Go back. No, I can't sit here and read. There's so much. There's so much. I can't be doing that. No, it's illegal. Someone stop me. Right. Ugh. Just pop it over here. Have a look at this. Repost. Right. I'm gonna follow all my new friends. I mean, I assume we're going to be friends, because I'm awesome, so they're obviously going to like me. Right. I don't know what that was, nothing happened, everyone ignore that. Nothing happens. Oh. Follow these people back. There we go. Cool. Actually, I should probably go back and... Sorry, I'm doing admin. See, I've done the thing that I wasn't supposed to be doing. And now I'm doing admin live on stream. See, this is what happens when I'm left to my own devices and the mods aren't here to tell me off. Right. I think that's everything done. Beautiful. Close that off. Cool, should we finish this fight? I'm here to finish the fight. Right. You need to fucking heal. White, oh god, it's White Magister Jonathan, right. Oh god, wait, yes, so she's gonna get a turn before he does. Which is what I want. Los is gonna get a turn before it's his turn, which means I should hopefully be able to teleport him away. Oh, I did it again! Oh! I've done all the ad breaks and I've not talked to you about the things. I really need someone to, like, just prod me every ad break to be like, Sam, is there anything supposed to be doing? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Right. There's a whole lot less fire this time around. It's very odd. Yeah, necropire. I see the necropire. I am going to do something about the necropire in a second. If this guy could just not kill himself for just like a little longer. Right, perfect. Here we go. Oh my, yeah, no, thanks for electrocuting everybody. That's really what I was hoping for. Oh no! Oh, this is what I was going to fix it with, but I don't have a source point. Oh, that's so annoying. I was going to get rid of the necropire by blessing it. Okay, fine. White Magister Jonathan. Why don't you go White Magister stand over there? And she's going to try and place him where he's going to have to come through people. Yeah, let's put him there. There we go. Bye, bitch. Okay, and then now we continue onwards and murder people. No! What do you fucking mean? Oh, I don't even know that I can be bothered bringing him back from the dead. Oh, I'm not even entirely sure I can be bothered bringing back the idiot. If I'm going to win the fight, I kind of can't be bothered. To be completely honest. Right. You're roasting and I'm setting more fires. It's not me that's setting the fires, it's them that's setting the fires. You want to have a word with them, Demper. Okay. You've got physical, you've got physical. I just need someone who doesn't... There, yeah, you'll do. Doesn't change the fact you're getting a crispy layer here. Well, you know, it adds to your flavour, Demper, doesn't it? It's all part of the seasoning. It's all part of the delicious, delicious Demper seasoning. Right. Oven's doing a pyro clean. There you go. Burn it all down. Oh yeah, fucking shit on me. Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. There we go. Oh, jeez, Demper, that sucks. Is that going to be going on for long, or? I hope not. Well, I mean, why not? Oh, God, okay.
Healer! You're not trying to escape, are you?
Just 10 minutes. Cool.
I need aid. Prepare yourself.
Well, Eben, you tried. Or did you? I'm not quite sure you did, to be honest, based on that. Ugh. God damn it, it's all... Oh. You think you've won, and then all of a sudden... Oh, I don't know that I've got this, you know? I'm not entirely sure that I've got this. Like, we get closer every time. It's just, it's such a long fight to fight through. creating steam as you go. It's the fire voidlings are the real pain. And like, we were doing really well until this suddenly came upon us. Yeah. Yeah, this is not salvageable, I don't think. This is very not salvageable. Can't use that. Can consume. I have no idea how I just died. None. I didn't think I was, like, cursed. So, very odd. Very odd indeed. Ugh. Anyway. I think you stop breathing, that's usually what causes death. Don't know. Sometimes it's iffy. Right. This is like some of these fights that are like, I guess, like skill check ones are genuinely quite long. This is one of them where like it can take a full 40 minutes to complete the fight, and if you like are failing it again and again, it can be a bit of a pain. Iffy breathing, you mean vaping? Shh. Hish. Hish, I say. Hish. Wait, 9? Oh, they're in the way. They're in the fucking way. Can't walk past because they're in the fucking way. We'd have to walk all the way out and down. Gotta be shitting me. Okay, you stand there. Right, we're gonna keep powering him up with stuff that might keep him alive, even not awake. Ooh, okay. Right, Beast. Yeah, Beast can get involved here.
Sorcerer on the loose! Contain him!
So he is now going to do the stupidest thing possible, because of course. And fire jump into the middle of the oil field, because of course. You will be hearing me say "because of course" a lot, I feel. Right. Cast that on him. We're just really going to power him up with lots of fortification, I think.
Demon. Host. God.
Oh, God. Worst that can happen. Wait and see, my friend. Wait and see. Yes. Yes. Oh, God. I really do wish there was a way to control these guys. Like, at least, like, I don't know, give them orders or be like, hey, stay in this area. Because it's a proper ball ache when they decide to just go completely against their own interests in terms of staying alive. Where are you going? Sure.
Right where I want you.
Lol. Okay. Have the police do not cross tape spell. Oh, if only I thought he'd listen to it. If only I thought that was a potential thing that he might pay attention to. But I feel he's one of those people who'll be like, you can't tell me what to do. I think the Red Prince definitely needs to be doing more damage, so I think that's more strength. So if someone would like to add strength as something for the Red Prince's next level up, that would be great, so that I remember it. Come on. Right, yes, you are going to deal with this guy. Might move out of the necrofire, potentially. That might be an idea. But, like, other than that. Okay. Can't heal that guy. Is there anyone I can heal? Not really. Okay. Let's do this, then. Do you know how it works? Sorry. Exclamation mark level up, and then the thing we want after it. So I guess exclamation mark level up, Red Prince strength would be. It's exclamation mark level up to add to the level up list. It's exclamation mark buy to add to the buy list. Catch onto you.
Prepare yourself.
Perfect. Oh, okay. Interesting, we'll just take that then, I guess. Thank you very much, Damper. Up here.
I'll yield to none.
That. Can I? Yeah, go stand here, and then he might, if he moves, we'll get the attack of opportunity on him. Okay, Demper, your future is we died with absolutely nothing to do with our stupid decisions. Oh, sorry, we died with absolutely nothing to do with our stupid decisions. Yeah, the stupid decisions weren't why you died, Demper. It was entirely unrelated. Your stupid decisions that killed you. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, can we shoot him? Thank you. Are think that probably he can die. He'll die on his way back here now, hopefully. Like, the fuck? Actually, yeah, we could probably leave it to this. Away, 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 Sam! Away, away, away! Away, 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 away! Probably heal you for a bit. Okay, perfect. Oh, you did nice. Did you do it on like? Did you do it for a big group of people or just like a single person? How did it go? Tell me all about it. Okay, interesting. Yes, that should hit both of them, hopefully, and they'll, yes, be on their arses. Perfect. Cool. Oh, I might actually be able to take you out from here. Perfect. Okay. Oh, good lord. Okay, I think it's when we kill enough of them that they all show up. Might as well get him from here. There we go. Because you turned the cube several ways before handing it to him, it just fell apart in his hands. Oh, what is the like? How does? I mean, you might not want to share. You might not want to share how it works, but like, how does the trick work? Is it like about how you hold the cube or what? Or is it like a simple like a button or like a magnet in your hand or something like that, or what? Feel free to be like, I can't tell you the answer to the trick, by the way, Deb, but that's an entirely valid answer. Tell me in Rotter. Excellent. Thank you kindly. He really needs some... Wait, why are you stabbing me? Oh, wait. My god, he stabbed me to kill them. What a devious prick. You can say it's a really simple method. Okay, fair. Intriguing. Very intriguing. Beautiful. Cast some mending. Okay. Need to buy something else, and you can actually do You can do an actual Rubik's routine. Ooh, interesting. What's that? Is that like another trick, or is that like a thing to help do the trick?
I'll yield to none. Prepare yourself.
Like, as in, is it an actual, like, magic trick like this Rubik's Cube has been? Oh, curse. Thing to do a trick, the exploding cube is... Ah, okay, cool, cool. I get you. Cool. Oh, I look forward to seeing it, Demper. At some point, obviously. I'm not expecting that you'll have it all done by Rotters, but... And he's dead. Of course he's dead. I'm dead, but that's fine. We can stay up a bit longer. You can say one other thing. Ooh, okay. I mean, hit me with it if you want. Let's see if we can get you up. Get you up, pop you... Where would be a good place for you to go? Maybe... Maybe there. Away from the fire. Some of the Rubik's Cube is officially the fastest you've ever solved. Oh! I like that, Demper. I like that. That's fair. That makes sense. That makes sense. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's these fire voidlings that are the real issue. I wonder if I could just like, well, you're oil boiling, so that's fine. They're burning. I wonder if I could teleport there. Maybe not. But I might be able to just like link up with you. Yes. Oh shit! The physical armor. I forgot about this physical armor. That's actually really quite annoying. Okay. I don't know whether to send her down there to get into the fight. Like to stop them coming up this way, or just like try and keep the fight up here. Might just skip it for now and just let them come this way. There are times like now that I really do miss having like a full specialist caster in the party. You know, someone who could be slinging spells from a distance. Beautiful. Do that. Knock you on your ass so you don't get a turn. encourage everyone to be better people. I do like the necrofire is also just like destroying these people because they're idiots. Ah, the beauty of it all. Okay, I can't get like a straight shot on any of these. That's fine. Let's get shields up. Okay, beast. Let's see what you got for me. Broke your other colleague's brain today as well. You showed him the bullet catch trick on YouTube while explaining its deadliest magic trick so far. Just couldn't understand what happened. The guns went off. A glass plate in front of the magician broke and the magician had a bullet in his mouth. Home in your PJs. Glad to see Sam's made no progress. That is the vibe of the game. Yes. It's the vibe of the game. We get there slowly though. Like, we're learning the fight as we go. I've given up trying to keep the guy alive. And this is very much how this game works, is you have to sort of get a handle for the fights. Oh yeah, no, sorry, yeah, it's an entirely different area that's entirely on fire, with entirely different enemies that look exactly the same. It's not going to get enough of them. Yet maybe they will have an... That would be kind of cool if they did, to be fair. If they had just like a destructible environment you could deal with. Right, I am going to pick this bitch up and put this bitch over here where they can continue being a bitch but not being a bitch near me.
I'm fading.
No, you're not. You're just being dramatic. Right. That's no point giving that to anyone. I could give it to me, actually, to be fair. Burn that wooden platform already! We're slowly getting there. Slowly. One day it'll actually burn. Maybe. I wouldn't hold out hope. Oh. Oh, yes. There we go. Beautiful. Love how you disproved your code's assumption because it's asking the wrong questions. Oh, is this about the bullet catch? Like, I sort of can guess how that works, but I'm probably wrong. It's not real glass, it's real glass.
I'm fading.
Oof. It's not a real bullet. It's a real bullet. Can we respec anyone into a hydromancer and wash the blobs away? Sadly not. It's not that kind to us. It's not that kind to us, sadly. Okay, cool. So that didn't work in the slightest. cast Impalement there, that'll work. And then, you heal 650. I suppose I fucking could, but it's probably not worth it. Probably not entirely worth it, not for a single turn. Right. You, sir. Can sit on your weird ass. And you, however, you probably actually could do with using the health potion, wherever it is. In terms of heals 20%. Ooh, okay, yeah, go on. I'll just eat some random honey in the middle of the fight. Why not? Further going, look, you can even see the rifling marks and the bullet's been fired. That really broke his brain. It's just that they're genuinely catching a bullet in their teeth. Demper. Obviously. Players genuinely catching a bullet in their teeth. Like, that's the answer, right? It's not a magic trick. It's a genuine thing that's happening. Code Terror Grenade. Yeah, they have. Yeah, they're like jaws. They're just catching it in their mouth. Next, they'll be biting steel cables in half. It's all part of the magic. Why do magic when you can just do things for real? Yes, you die. This is the problem, is that this stuff heals them. Ooh. Perfect, you're dead. Curse. I don't remember what curse does. Oh, yes, I remember. It knocks everything. Wait, it says in 21. Oh no, 2 turns. I thought it said 21 turns. I was like, Jesus!
Right where I want it.
Healing. I'm gonna have to drink that, I think. Perfect. Can I link? No. 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 Yes. Shackles of pain. Cool. When I get that feeling. When I get that feeling, I want healing. Healing. Ooh, let's get healed tonight. Right. Probably if we come down here, I can probably pop this off and hit. Oh, not quite everyone, but it'll do. I don't think there's enough blood. I don't think there's any blood here. There's a tiny bit of blood. We kind of did with Losa cast. Yeah, no, there he goes. We kind of did with Losa casting some actual blood down here so we could heal. We're getting see, this again is closer. This again is so much closer to hitting the, like, what we want. And winning this fight. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, good. He's burnt to death as well. Excellent. This is exactly what I wanted. I don't. I think I'm fucked. I think I'm... Unless they're really unlucky, I think. Yeah, there we go. Again, that was much closer. That was much, much closer. Now, I actually don't think we can do another run at this fight in the time we've got left. That's such a bop on the drive home. Decided to listen to No Scrubs by TLC. Nice. Gave that 90s hit after 90s hit for a full hour. Sat in your car at home for 10 minutes because the great songs kept coming. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have the chance to, like, go through this fight another time. So, I might go for the conversation that I put off having accidentally. And then we'll do the raid. So, while I'm getting out of here. So, the thing is, this, like a week today, the Tuesday coming a week today, we are taking part in a pre-TwitchCon, yeah, sure, pre-TwitchCon raid train. And I don't know what to play. Like, so normally it would be this game, but I don't know if this is the most suited thing for, like, new people raiding in and saying hi and, oh, hello, this is who I am, hi, how you doing? So I'm kind of, I think, in the market for suggestions on what we could play, what you think is a good thing that would show off the community. I was looking back through games we played, I debated we could go back for one stream to King of the Castle, maybe? Subnautica 2. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like, it might be good, but I don't know. Like, I feel the stuff that we really shine with is stuff like Vampire Therapist and, like, the weird stuff that we play that we really get chatting and we get a tiny bit horny in. Exactly, it needs to be something we can say lewd remarks in. And that's what I'm trying to work out, is, like, what can we maybe potentially just, like, focus in on? But yeah, I'm taking suggestions, and it's not just now. You don't have to have suggestions now. I guess I'm taking suggestions all the way through until, like, Saturday or Sunday, when I'm gonna have to set the schedule. But yeah, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. This is something I'd meant to talk about previously during the breaks, but anyway. I put it out there now so people can have a think, and we can maybe bring it up in future streams. And I'll have a think as well. Like, it's not all on you. I will think about it. All the way through till Saturday, your brain goes, ooh, 2 days then. Ah, if only, Demper. If fucking only. Oh, but I tell you what is in 2 days, Demper. It's another Samalytical stream. Yes, we're going to be back playing some Vampire Therapist. Probably the end of Vampire Therapist, I think. I think we'll probably finish Vampire Therapist quite quickly, and then we'll just maybe segue into some other stuff. Do some side fuckery. Yeah, we will see. But yeah, cool. I put it out there. Have a think. And also TwitchCon is soon. I really need to get ready for that. But shall we send a raid on out before we go anywhere? Shall we send a raid somewhere? And I will see you next Thursday. Also, Saturday, co-working. Come along for that if you've got tasks you need to do. I am going to be trying to do everything I need to do before TwitchCon, so watch this space. Right. Should we see if there's any lovely people we can send a raid on over to? Who should we go say hi to? Who shall we go say hi to? I'm just doing a real quick scroll down the list of people to see who there is we can go say hi to. As always, if you have suggestions on people we can go say hi to, please do yell them at me. Please do yell about it. Who have we got? Go say hi to. God, I have so many. I still need to try and work out if I can get my hands on some kind of filter. That removes vamp therapy off the raid train list then. Yeah. It does, unfortunately, because like I'm gonna be finishing it early. Like, if it was gonna last another week, I'd absolutely chuck it in there, but also I don't know if we'll get like, I'm assuming we're gonna finish it. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway. Not me. I definitely don't know. But anyway. Cool. I cannot see anyone to raid. So let's see if anyone else is playing this. See an awesome guy playing Divinity 2, but seems to be bollocks. We do, to be fair, still have the DLC. I don't know how long that's gonna last. We could maybe do the DLC, to be fair, actually. We could maybe do the DLC. That might be a shout, Pyro. Maybe we'll do the DLC for that game. Depending on how long, like how much. Because I see there's 3 of them. I don't know how long they are. Like, I don't know if they're going to be like single session type things, or if they're going to be very in depth. But we can try it out. We can have a look, can't we? We can have a look. Anyway. Right. I was scrolling to see who was online we could raid. Where should we go? Why don't we send a raid over to a boodle dug. My brain wants to say a doodle bug so much, and I think that's the point. We're going to send a raid over to a boodle dug, who is playing some of this game. Right, raid messages going from the chat. There's one for you if you sub. There's one for you if you're a non-sub. Please grab one of those. Please be lovely when we get on in there. Show the community well. And yeah, take care of yourselves. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. If I don't see you, have a great week. If I do see you, also have a great week. Everyone have a great week. That's an order. I will see you Thursday, hopefully, or Saturday, or next Tuesday. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. I'm gonna check to the end screen so I can hear when we raid on in. Google says the couples therapy DLC takes 2 hours, but that's not listing the other 3. Okay. I'll do a peek into it. I'll do a peek into it, Pyro. I'll see what I can find. Anyway. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Have a lovely time. I'm going to put on the end screen, and I'll see you soon.